Hi everyone, welcome back to the Broken Wind Workshop with me, Laura. We are in here on what I think is going to be the final video for the Dennis the Menace bass guitar build. Pretty sure. And I've done a couple of bits I'm really sorry that I didn't get on camera because I just came in and did them and didn't think to bring my phone, let alone turn it on. So I'm afraid I'll just have to fill you in on where we are at. We have strap button on his chin. We have string ferrules in the back of his head, and we have the neck on. So yep, last night was a very scary moment where I glued the neck in. Yes, it is a set neck bass. I didn't want him to have bolts in the back of his head and make it look like he'd been shot. So I have gone for set neck. I'm sure there's some people that are probably grinding their teeth thinking, really, on a bass guitar? But you know what, I have faith in my joint and the glue. So we will see how that goes. But I'm really pleased with it. Let me see that there. Show it to you best I can. And then if I pan down, obviously need to do the electrics yet, which I will film for you now. He has his eyes and nose. So you can actually see his completed face now, which is really quite cool. I'm really pleased with it. It looks like him, which is the most important thing. And yeah. We just need to get him singing, yeah. So next job is the electrics. Now for this, my customer specifically requested some EMGs. So we have the J set, as that's what he's currently using in his current setup, and he really likes it. So what the customer asked for is what we've bought, and I've not used these before, and this is the solderless system, so let's have a look and see what's involved. Okay, so this is what we are given. We've obviously got the two pickups, neck and bridge, jack, battery cable, screws, volume pots, tone pot, various wiring things with different clips on the end, a million nuts and a few washers. And this lovely thing that would be if we're having a switch, but not having a switch, so let's just shove that back in the box before I get confused. And there's a really quite good instruction manual, depending what setup you want. There's various different options, so far so good, can't complain. Let's see if it is as simple to put together as the diagram suggests. So I've just screwed in the pickups. I tried, there wasn't really a camera angle I could get where you could actually see what I was doing, so I thought I'd just show you afterwards. And my only criticism so far with this system is it's a bit fiddly to get these little connectors through the holes. I did thankfully measure them beforehand, so I knew that they would fit through. I did a slightly bigger hole than I would for plain wiring, but you obviously can't manipulate it maybe quite as much as you can when it's just a single wire. But hey ho, they're in. I'm annoyed with myself. I didn't realise that they had silver mounting screws, because aesthetically black would be so much better. So I mean, it's going to work and it'll be fine, I'm sure, but I think I might order some black screws and replace them in time, just so that they're more in keeping, because it's a bit of a shame that the silver's showing up so much. Got the volume and tone pots mounted, so now we just need to play with all the wires in the cavity. So neck is still together. Strings are on, all tuned up, tweaked as necessary, checked the truss rod and everything, happy with all of that. Got the knobs on, basically ready to test it. I have plugged it in, the electrics are working, so that's a win. And I cannot fault the EMGs. They did exactly what they said on the tin. It was an easy system, a little bit fiddly at times, but that's probably because of the size of the cavity I did rather than any issue with their system. In lack of any other player, I have dabbled on bass in the past. I don't think I should really call myself a bass player, but I can get by. So I'm going to give him a bit of a play. So everybody, the finished, be it minor tweaks, Dennis. Really pleased with how he's turned out. I hope he sounds as nice as he looks the character, and I, most importantly, really hope the customer is happy and this is what he was hoping for. So there he is. So apologies in advance for my noodling, but let's give him a play. So it turns out my faith in myself and the glue joint and my research into the tensions involved and the pressures and stuff involved with the glue didn't work. I'm kicking myself because I questioned I should do a bolt on, but then I was like, no, you know, glue joints were around a hell of a lot longer before bolt joints were, so back yourself, do it, it would be aesthetically better. Anyway, having got it all strung up and stuff, quite happy with it. Came back a couple of days later and the neck joint was coming apart. I genuinely felt like I'd run a marathon and tripped over as I'd entered the stadium for my final straight, and I could have told you porgies and not shown you the back of the neck and just been like, oh look, it magically carried on and worked, but I thought, what's the point? I've gone wrong, I messed up, I hold my hands up, I should have listened to my questioning myself, and a very good mate of mine as well who questioned it. I should have listened to him, you know who you are. Anyway, I had a bit of a nightmare because I obviously had to get the glue joint apart, and that was fun. So with the help of a very good friend of mine, who I won't mention names because I don't want to get in trouble, but she's a vet, and I managed to get a cow syringe with a massive big needle on it that wouldn't break going into the joint, and I injected some acetone, which, you know, I happen to have in my bathroom for nail polish remover. I injected that into the neck and it helped to break down the glue joint, and then I sacrificed, have I got it there? Here. I sacrificed my cake baking palette knife and heated it and worked it into the joint, and had a sort of teeth grinding moment of hearing a snap as I did the last little bit, and I just thought, oh god, no, please don't let that be some form of broken wood in there. But actually no, it was the last bit of the glue joint. It's come apart, fixed it, all sorted. It's now got holes in the back of his head. Sorry, Dennis. It's now a bolt on, and I'm now just trying to get back to where I was before. So it's been a stressful week or two, which is why this video has taken so long to come out to you, because I was in a bit of a panic about it. But as I say, resolved it. I am a repairer by trade, so if I can't repair my own mistake, there we go. Anyway, so we're back on track. Hopefully going to get finished soon. Sorry, Dennis. Phew, Dennis is done. I am very relieved to have got to the end of this build after the stressful sort of few weeks I've had trying to right the wrong that I'd made, but I'm so pleased with him. I can't wait to show my customer tomorrow and hear him being played by him, other than my random noodlings that you've just listened to. Sorry about those. And yeah, brilliant. What was sort of a fair random sort of sketch in my head has come to life, and I'm really pleased with it, and I hope that he is too. And thank you for bearing with me with the time scale of this last video. And here is to the next one, which will be the Great Guitar Build-Off Challenge. Little bit daunted by the people that I'm up against and the judges that will be assessing everything, but how exciting. Again, wouldn't have thought I'd be doing that this time last year. So looking forward to it, and watch this space for my build. And in the meantime, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Find me on Instagram, laura.brokenwind, and I will speak to you again soon.